Alright, uno, dos, tres. Alright guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
Hey, happy Tuesday, folks.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Media Hijack, episode 109.
Yes, sir.
Moving right along. If you guys want to get some Media Hijack t-shirts like this one right here.
Yes, I was looking at that earlier.
The left chest print. Grab you one of those t-shirts. It's available at themediahijack.com along with some other stuff. I think socks too, maybe. I forgot. Also, if you guys want to hit up our Reddit, be a part of our community, join our Reddit. I left all the links down there for you guys.
Share some shit.
Excuse me.
Put us on to something new.
Yeah, show me something funny. I want to laugh, man.
Yeah, Reddit can get depressing.
Make me laugh,
sometimes. Reddit can get depressing sometimes, so send some funny shit too.
Internet is funny as fuck, though.
Oh, the internet's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing ever created.
Also, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. If you're an iTunes member, scroll down, listen. Because I know more people listen to us audio form
Yes.
than watch us.
Yes, I have people who haven't.
Thank you, Katie Long, for all these bits.
Katie, we love you.
422.
Let's get it.
Jesus Cristo. Thank you.
But yeah, I got friends who I haven't spoken to in years. But when I finally get around talking to them, I hear friends say like, "Oh man, like I'll be cutting the grass sometimes, and I'll be listening to the show." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Okay,
That's the only show you should listen to while you're cutting grass."
For real,
right?
Cutting the grass, just taking the kids to daycare.
That's the go-to, you know. Like if you have to do some shit that you don't like,
put us on.
Pull the show up.
Pull it up.
And then if you guys go on our YouTube, you can also rate, comment, subscribe there.
Yeah.
Chris Unholy.
Yes. And so for those of you who are new here, this is the Media Hijack, all right? So we talk about everything all strange, weird. From Bigfoot to UFOs to crossing dimensions now, time travel, Obama going to Mars and being a part of a mission when he's a teenager to teleport to Mars. We talk about all that shit. Everything and anything we talk about on this show. For example, did you guys hear this crazy story that happened in South Africa where at this nightclub they found 21 dead teenagers?
Yes, I have.
And I think it might be 22 now. I think the number just went up. 22 died.
So they all got drugged.
And then so it seems like the authorities are saying like, well, this club has always been a real big hot spot for like these teenagers to underage drink. So they're saying some of them may have drunk themselves to death. But this is a conspiracy theory's wet dream right here. This is funky, and I think it might be a cover-up, but that's just me, and I feel bad for the parents because, well, I saw that video. It was rough.
I don't think it has anything to do with them drinking themselves to death, because if you think about it,
21 22, that's
21 people died at a club. It has to be
what's in the drinks,
drug related. Yeah. Probably like
what did they take? Oh yeah,
because fentanyl, man, you can be in contact a little bit. You're lit up. Because I remember I saw like a video where a cop, he was searching a car, and then he came across some fentanyl, and the dude was like fucking laid out, dude. I was like, oh, hey, somebody get some Narcan. He needs an injection right now. He OD'd on some fentanyl.
Officer Billy Waters is down. Can we get something? Yeah, I remember.
I'm like breathing like, hey, I'm ODing.
I can't breathe.
Can't even get to the radio and shit.
I need backup. But yeah, but no, that was a crazy ass story. 22 kids that just.
Yeah, that's drug related.
They're saying they overdrank, but because I guess the place that has a history of it.
That's such a bad, like.
Yeah, I want to jump out the window.
Excuse of they overdrink. The fuck, get out of here.
I would just say, look, we're gonna look into it. The end.
Yeah, I wouldn't give something like stupid like that because that's like, come on,
scary, man. Fuck, I'm scared to have a kid.
Just say they overdrank. Okay.
let's give them the easy story.
They're gonna believe that. No, they're not. Damn. No, they're not gonna believe that.
Watch, they're gonna find out they was all drinking Four Loko. Well, that shit used to put people on that. What?
Spike with fentanyl.
Four Loko used to put people on that ass, man.
Paid by the cartels.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that's the type of shit we talk about on the Media Hijack. So if this is your type of thing, stick around and hope you enjoy.
Shell Shock says that wasn't the one with the carbon monoxide.
Oh shit! Did you see that?
No.
Oh my god, that was horrifying. I don't know what country it was in, but it was at a shipping yard or whatever, and you see like this canister taking over this ship, and there's like some kind of machine is carrying it, and it slips out and it hits the ground.
Oh.
Carbon dioxide goes everywhere. I think it killed 10 people. Well, how many people killed? People got killed.
That's a weird freak accident.
You see like just yellow gas just going everywhere. It looked horrifying. You see people running like.
Man, that's some dude. I think some demons were behind that, dude. They made it happen.
When you watch the video, you're like, "Oh, is this a terrorist attack? What is who?"
Some demons were behind that.
Fucking with that, because it was like on a crane. Like they just snatched that shit out.
Because that's not a normal thing that happens.
Oh, that's like what was it last year, or the year before, where that dock blew up?
Yeah,
of that wild shit that just
Iberia or whatever.
Yeah, something.
Sorry,
no, I can't remember. What
I don't know what country.
I can't remember what country it was. I think it was the Middle East though, but yeah, that shit was horrible.
Yeah, the explosion. You could actually see like the sound wave being cracked.
Yeah, you see like the clouds parting.
I just said that, but I don't know. That's not the thing, right?
No, that is. You're right.
Yeah, you can see the sound getting cracked. Yeah, we're not scientists.
No, we don't know shit.
We barely even know like 10th grade. Like,
what
science class we take in 10th grade?
I don't know. I have no idea, but you're right.
We're like half like clocked in school. What class is this? I don't know.
Where am I?
All right. So today, our main topic, we're going to be talking about navigators who crossed over past the Antarctica wall. Now, the story I'm getting is from a book, and the book is fiction, but the stories I'm gonna tell you, it's so crazy. It makes you think like, could all this be real?
Could all this be outside of our reality?
Right, like could it be like a thing? Because it does ties into like a lot of stuff with science and everything, with what happened in the past and in World War II, and you're like, some stuff that was said in this book might hold some truth to it. So
okay.
They can't just release a book like this saying it's real, right? Without facts that you can't back up. That's why I think a lot of these fiction books, but they talk about stuff that's like out of this world, they have to publish it as fiction.
Oh, because nobody's really
right.
It's not really a religion or
Well, yeah, and there's nothing you can't really back up claims like that, saying, "Oh, all these continents exist outside of Antarctica."
I feel like that
without proof.
I kind of feel like that with religion too. It's just that same bubble, I guess.
But religion, they get the
they don't touch.
They're easy on that.
This is crazy.
It's like, you better publish that as fiction, you piece of shit,
nutcase.
Ain't no continents out there like that. It's all ice.
Fucking lunatic.
Meanwhile, all these conspiracies came out of Antarctica because it's so mysterious.
Ah, man, don't nobody know nothing about it.
Yeah, and then
but the government.
Yeah,
we don't know. We don't know nothing about it.
But yeah, so that's gonna be the main topic. But then we're gonna do Chris' topic first about some hadron collider.
Oh yes, I did not know this. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a question for everybody out there. How many people, and Billy, if you can answer, how many hadron colliders do you think exist right now?
Like in the world?
That's in the world. How many hadron colliders are out there? I did not know this. I had to look this up. This is a question I had to look up, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
I mean, I'm gonna guess like 68.
Oh, you're close. It's 59. You way closer than out of all the numbers you could have picked. That's pretty damn close.
Damn,
it's 59 hadron colliders.
Still a lot.
That's too many. But
because I know like a lot of other places they made like small versions of the hadron collider.
Yeah, and I think I don't think
that's why my number was so high. But I knew that.
See, and I think it's too, and that's why I thought about this too, because over at the Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee, they actually have a hadron collider there, and I don't think it's as big as the one that we all know and love.
The ultimate one in Switzerland.
These are just like the worker bees, I guess, if you want to call these. This ain't the mother.
Like they're trying to make these little small portals, right? Mm-hmm. So they can pull out like little fairies out of these little tiny portals.
Try to pluck them out.
Meanwhile, in Switzerland, they're pulling out fucking demigods and fucking demons with fucking horns the size of like 9/11 towers. They're
gonna start. They're gonna start the Big Bang. Remember when they did the party?
They are the Big Bang.
They are the Big Bang. They started this in a weird twisted time wave. They created this universe. It's a time paradox. But no, it's so they built it. So they have one out there in Oak Ridge National Laboratory in Tennessee. And this place has So the plans to put together like an 85 megawatt nuclear reactor that can shoot out billions of neutrons on demand through a lengthy tube. And also, too, if you guys want to look this up, too, it's on the Linear Times. It's kind of like this old science news article.
Linear Times?
Linear.
Like linear?
Linear.
Oh, linear.
Lanier Times.
Oh, Linear Times.
Linear? Is that how you say
No,
it?
I'm just playing.
Don't listen to us, guys. Don't listen to us. Okay, so I was saying, if you guys would look this up, this is actually a pretty good article if you're into this shit. Says, basically the lady who's running this whole project, her name is
Wait, a lady is running a mini hadron collider?
Yo, she's running the project. She's the lead. She's the lead lady on it. Leah Broussard, Dr. Leah Broussard.
Hey. You go, girl.
She running that shit. Let's go.
She the boss.
Let's get it.
Run it.
She's like, I'm gonna wipe out all these men in this universe. This is my master plan.
Katie says, "Don't anger that lady."
This is it. See, I'm not even on chat.
It's like, don't get her pissed off.
Oh,
she might light that shit up.
Like, you know what? I'm so sick of my ex-boyfriend. I wish all men were dead. Beep. No.
Beep.
Dr. Broussard, don't do it. But anyways, so basically where her whole project is that I'm gonna try to break it down in layman's terms because it took me a little bit to understand it. So you have this giant, big ass hadron collider, and basically what they're trying to do is, okay, this is how this is the theory right now of the reality that we live in. I'm trying to break this down. She's saying that the particles that they looked at, that they were smashing against each other, they have they all act the same way, and they have what's the word I'm looking for? Like kind of like a right-handed way of working. It took me a second to realize what she was talking about, and I still may not be 100% right about it. But she says, okay, for example, for anybody who doesn't know and that watches the show, me, Chris Jones, I'm right-handed. Billy Waters is left-handed. Even though we both have hands, we operate in two different ways on how we function in life, right? Uh-huh. So when they see the particles react the way they do, they're all acting the same, is there possibly what happens if they act the opposite? Like, this is the right hand of our reality. What if there's a left hand to it? A reflection of it, but a shadow world or a mirror world of it.
Oh, shit.
Where only matter, where matter can exist on the other side of it. But she said, which I don't believe this part, she said, if we were able to tap into it, you wouldn't be able to see an evil doppelganger of yourself. But you will be able to see the reflection of the universe of, the stars, the moons, everything all around us.
Like in complete opposite.
Yeah, an opposite world of it. But you
won't, a mirror.
Like a mirror, but you won't see humans on the other side of it. I think this is a different... I guess maybe I see why in some way but at the same time I was like, but what if there is the evil doppelgangers on this side of the mirror world that you're trying to dig into? Like, if I ever show up on the next episode of Media Hijack, guys, listen to me, and I got a thin mustache, like a pencil, and my hair slicked back, and I got a leather jacket on, and leather boots, yes, and leather pants. It's not me.
I wouldn't even let you in the house.
That's from the Mirrorverse. This is how you know if this shit goes sideways. Just know I warned you.
I will say get out of here
and run for your life because it might be dangerous.
Chris Jones Virgin 2.
Dark Chris.
Get out of here, you left-handed demon.
You're from the other side.
What the hell, Katie? I'm actually really left-handed and
yeah, you left. I don't know
that hurt a little bit, you know. Left-handed demons.
No, all hands matter. All right.
A fun fact about left-handers: they die a lot faster than people who are right-handers.
Yes, and I know why.
Because they're clumsy.
I know. Another reason why too. Most shit that's designed is designed for people for right-handedness. Yeah. And so when left people try to use right-handed shit, in the world of right-handedness, left-handed people will get more accident-prone because it's not made for them.
I adapted pretty well. Like as a real true left-hander, I throw the baseball with the left hand. Mm-hmm. I remember a time in school, right, where they all had right-hand scissors.
Oh shit!
And I was like,
this don't feel right.
It's so hard to cut with this, right?
Did you have to flip it upside down?
And they're like, oh, sorry, we don't have no left hand. I'm like, all right.
This is racist.
No, I adapted. Racist. I was like, all right, I'm going to master it on the right hand. So I mastered using my right hand with scissors. I see that's your personality type now. I see that's kind of... Yeah. I see how you are with tasks and goals. I'm like, you driven as fuck, dude. You won't let these laws of the world stop you from... Yeah, I was like, fuck that speed bump. I'm going to figure out how to get around it. Oh, that makes so much sense. It started like that as a child where I was like, okay, they're not really going to make this world for me, so I'm I'm gonna adapt for it. Like, you
and
know,
I'm gonna be the best at this shit.
I'm gonna mold into like whatever.
I'm gonna be the best with scissors ever. No, I like that. That's
I'm like right hand king now.
That's real ambition, man. But it makes sense now.
But you know what's crazy? So I think like that actually affected me like when I got older. Then you know like when I started playing like the guitar, right? You know, a left-hand person would play the guitar left-hand style, right?
Oh yeah.
But me, I naturally played it right-hand style. And then I was like,
you have? I never noticed that.
Yeah, I think that has something to do with like me switching the scissors, using the scissors with the right hand. And then my brain kind of switched over.
So you kind of like almost ambidextrous. Like
I guess that's the word.
Kind of use both. I can't use my left hand for shit.
Because my cousin, his left-handed too, and then when he started playing the guitar, he plays left-handed, like Jimi Hendrix style. You know, I was like, damn. I was like, you can play like that.
You play like Jimmy?
Your fingers, your brain work like that. And then me, when I try to play left-hand, it's so awkward. I was like, this is fucking.
The left brain shuts down.
Yeah, like my brain goes into like Play-Doh. I was like, I can't do this. This is ridiculous. My fingers don't know this shit.
Cannot compute.
But yeah, so I'm like all over the place.
That's good though, man. That means you're a jack of all trades, man. I like that.
Master of none.
There you go.
Come at me.
Come at me. But yeah, so that's what the project's supposed to be. That they say a lot of it's tied to dark matter too, which is also theoretical. But I don't know. With science, they've been talking about dark matter for so long in science. I actually believe it's real. That's how much they believe in it. But it's saying it should be a lot of that type.
Of course, it's real because what is it then?
Yeah.
They don't know what dark matter is.
They don't know.
Like, what is this dark shit?
It's like, this is here. Says so. Also during this interview too, says when asked whether this was a top secret government military program or weapon, of course she said, she joked about the idea of this experiment potentially being used as a government project or weapon that could deter adversaries or carry out top secret operations. I don't know, man. You don't make stuff like this, and the government ain't trying to get some type of hold on it.
Yeah, I mean, but
you're probably sending brainwashed kids into the other side to recon.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like
that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. That's just me.
I think normal people they're building their own hadron collider too, because like, hey, we want to see what's on the other side.
We want to see it first. Like
they know it's real. I think why a lot of scientists they know it's real is because themselves they started taking psychedelics when they actually see the world. Yeah, when they actually tapped into it and they said, hey.
Probably in college.
Can we like recreate like how to get here without taking a psychedelic? You know, because we're gonna go there without doing the psychedelic, and we're gonna fucking take over. This is what I thought too.
Let's go over there, check it out.
Trying to go there, fuck up the spirit world, man. They're like
violating all.
What spirit world?
You mean there was?
Everybody starts crying like, no, they tarnished it.
But yeah, I'm so with this whole with the Oak Ridge National Laboratory thing, this is brand new to me, and I still need to figure out. I'm almost looking around to see where more locations have hadron colliders too.
I know Chicago got one.
Chicago has one too. So
yeah.
God damn. I always thought it was just one. There's one big ass one.
I think there's Cali has one too, and it runs like under the highway.
They're trying to wipe out the city. Okay.
Yeah, they're driving the highway. Not even knowing that they're fucking smashing particles like right on there.
What if a black hole just open up while you're driving to work? Whoa, you wouldn't even know what happened. It'd be so quick.
You'll see a documentary on YouTube.
Oh my god. But yeah, but if you guys are interested, yeah, look that up. This project. Actually, I'm gonna look some more stuff. This is not the only thing they're working on, but this is one of the main ones. So yeah, they're trying to find a mirrorverse, and we're all gonna die.
The mirrorverse.
Yeah, so that's it.
I think she's wasting her time.
You think she is?
Yeah. Because she's gonna come across stuff that's beyond that.
Oh yeah, she's like just focused on
a real multiverse.
Yeah, she's just looking at
a real different reality.
Yeah, I do. When I first heard about this, I was like, that is kind of like considering the possibilities of a multiverse. A mirrorverse without humans is kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, oh, that's cool, but
boring.
Yeah, but I mean, where them giants at? Where the giant people at? Like,
yeah, like,
so I do get that on that. I was kind of like
upside down world. Come on,
cool. Yeah, Demogorgon. Shit.
Just seeing a mirror version, but then everything's just
still. It's like, oh, okay, this looks exactly like.
It's like I could have just looked in the mirror.
But honestly, I think this would break a lot of people's brains on how all this works. So still,
I think that might be like the mirror thing might be just like a front for the real project.
What's the real project?
The real project's the real multiverse.
Oh yeah, that's the end. That's the end goal.
Tapping into that real shit.
Yeah, that's the end goal, man, baby.
To like, let's give them like a fake story. Like we're trying to tap into the mirror world. Like fuck no, you don't waste all your money just to fucking confirm that this mirror world exists.
Yeah. Hell no. So
I'm pretty sure this female's a lot smarter than that. Don't waste your time on that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna look some more up.
Katie says, grass isn't always better on the other side.
That is true.
Yeah. Shell Shock says, I can't say much, but Nevada test sites has more than enough room for all that shit out there.
Damn. Fit all the Hadron Colliders down there.
They probably been had like a Hadron Collider shit. But I don't even think like I think a Hadron Collider might be like the primitive way of making like a portal. I think because they've been doing it, I'm sure, for so long now, even during the World War II times, where I think they already mastered how to make a portal without having to use all these heavy equipment to do it.
Nah, that's all heavy. Because even with the equipment they would put together for this.
Because how did the Egyptians do this shit?
Yeah, because also too, I forgot to mention too with this project on Oakview, whatever the hell the place is. She was saying like how they put it together. They had used parts and all this other stuff put together, but it's like it sounds like it's pretty damn lunky and just complex. And I'm pretty sure this. What if this is like right now with this Hadron Collider stuff is the beginning of us looking for teleportation? Like, but we haven't really gotten there. Like this is like they see like, oh, look at these ants. They're trying. Like space is kind of like becoming a background thing now. They're trying to find something else now. They're catching on a little bit about something.
Yeah, and it's their fault. They gave us this technology. They started that shit. I gotta take a leak real quick. When I get back, are you done with the story?
I'm done. Yeah, bro. That's it.
Okay, so when we get back, we're gonna do all this Antarctica stuff. Like, you guys,
get it.
You don't want to miss this. Be right back. We're gonna get started. Before we get started, I want to show you guys this map.
Oh, Bob.
Hey, what's up, Bob? Bob, I gotta show you some shit. Okay, so main topic, we're gonna talk about a navigator who crossed over the Antarctica wall.
Okay.
Because if you do look it up, there is a wall blocking all this shit. If you actually try to go there, they will stop you and say, "Hey, you can't go any further." Stop. Like this is like the end of Earth.
Well, hold on, big man. Like,
yeah, this is like in the South Pole of like Antarctica.
Okay.
All right, let me show you a map real quick, guys.
This shit's crazy.
Leave the flat Earth comments to the side, but let me show you this map.
Don't think about flat Earth when you see this. All right, even now I'm not gonna even jump on it.
But check this map out. Excuse me.
Good.
All right, this is us. We're actually right here,
North America,
in Georgia. Boop, right?
Is that us?
So the story I'm gonna tell, right? This is gonna be these navigators where they cross down into like the South Pole, and then the story is like they went through the summer gates. The reason why they call it summer gates is because in the summer times it would melt more,
I see it.
And then it would give them like entrance to these other continents. Hey, so you'll get these continents like the ancient lands of Anak, the Ancestral Republic, which is a place where, according to the stories,
sounds evil.
They're saying that our past ancestors, like when they would have, like, let's say, for example, the Great Flood that happened, they would evacuate and they all end up in this area right here, Ancestral Republic. So this is where our ancestors live at.
For anyone who's listening, how can they look this up? Because I don't know. I feel like for people who's listening, just look this up because it's really hard to explain. But
it is actually kind of hard to look up too because I had to buy this map. With my bare money to show you guys. Because the map is so big. Let me show you why it's so big. Okay, it's not just like this, right? This is just like we barely know anything. So the north side, this is where the Asgards, where what's his name? Thor lives at.
Thor, man. Odin.
Yeah, where Thor lives here. But if you zoom out, this is gonna be a little crazy.
So this is our reality, folks.
This is our reality. This is where we live, right? If you zoom out a little bit,
boom.
There's a whole lot more that we don't know.
All these realities.
They call these like
Mars.
cell membranes planets. Like think of it as like a cell membrane, and I'll explain this like later. Because it doesn't make sense, like, right? Like, because we're like, okay, where's the space and stuff at? Like, is everything just all on this one little platform?
Fuck that space.
Because they got the Anunnaki lands. They got the Nibiru that everybody talks about.
Nibiru, that's like the most popular.
You know why it's so dark?
Hey.
Because they bad people.
I thought this because he was black.
No. They barely get sunlight, dude.
Oh my god.
But look at this. Okay, this is like the overall map of, supposedly, according to this book, there's 178 different domes. They call it like domes and stuff. But think of it like as membranes.
Okay.
You know, of different planets. They got the land of Draco. That's
Draco.
That's Bob's cat. They got the Palladians. Where's that? Right here, right next door to us. They got Mars. They got Saturn. They got everything.
Look at this, lands of Neptune.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to
our pretty faces,
so I can explain to you guys what's going on. All right, so a long time ago, right? Mm-hmm. This is the story now. The book, like I'm saying, is a fiction book. So I don't know. I don't know if it's all fake or maybe some parts is real. Mm-hmm. But this book, it was written like in Spanish and it recently got translated to English. Mm. So I was like, thank God, because I wasn't going to do the translation myself. You know how like you got to copy and paste and then do the translate?
Yeah.
Which is what they did like 2 months ago. Because I saw a YouTube guy, he actually did the translation, manually. And then his mind was blown like, holy shit, like this might be like real information. Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
Like, we found it.
Okay, so the story is a guy named William Morris. He lives on this earth. He was a member of the Continental Navy and as an American naval force in the Revolutionary War. This is back in like 1775 to 1783.
Okay. So
after this whole war, after they were done, right, they were selling all the ships and stuff or renting it out. And, him and his crew, they were chilling together and they were telling weird stories and stuff. Like wild stories that they would hear. Like the war is over. Like they're done. They're just like, okay, what are we going to do now? So him, like Butler, the captain, this guy named Butler, he told a story. He was like, hey, like, like there's a passageway like where you can get past, this Antarctica passage and there's more land like outside of Antarctica. They're like, no way. They're waiting for him to say, hey, it's all a joke. Because he was telling them, like, hey, there's more land out there. Like, we just don't know it. But he knows how to navigate to these lands because for some reason, he has like insider information on how to navigate to these lands because you can't just go there like that easily.
No. I know a guy.
So everybody on the ship, when they were talking, they were so like intrigued, like, holy shit, is this guy serious? So that got the attention of William Morris. William Morris like, oh shit, maybe he is serious. So when everybody like got back home, right, the war is over and everything, he actually bought one of the ships that they auction off because he actually wanted to go.
Yeah, I want to see this shit.
Yeah, because he wanted to see it. He's like, I'm gonna buy this ship and I'm gonna get a crew together and I'm gonna get Mr. Butler to be the navigator. So he bought that ship. Then he told Butler like, hey, I believe your story. I want to go. Butler's like, nah, fam.
Oh, he said no.
He's like, no, I don't want to do that shit. He's like, you on your own because it's so difficult. He was like, what the fuck?
I thought he was gonna be like, I'm down. Let's go. Yeah, it's go time.
Yeah, and he was like, I don't want to do that shit, man. Like, you know how hard it is? It's like to go penetrate through that.
These rough waters.
Yeah, through that little, that wall. It's like,
it's only a little small.
Yeah, but then he kept talking about like the idea, and then he can tell like Butler got more interested and like wanted to go. So then like later Butler came out of nowhere. He's like, all right, I want to go now. So then he told him like, hey, let's do this shit. So so one day Butler showed up at his house with a dude named like Finn. Which is like a guy he never met before.
Okay.
And he looks weird, like kind of squirrely. Oh, like who the fuck is this guy?
Like a rat face person.
Yeah. So then like they came like with all these documents and stuff, right? With maps that nobody never even seen before, maps of like what's on the other side of Antarctica. And he was like, holy shit, because it looks like ancient maps. He was like, look, we got all the maps and stuff. Like we're ready to do like this voyage out to go see more land.
Are you down?
So they decided on a date that they were going to do it, which was like November 14th, They said, okay, we're gonna do this on like November 14th. So like 2 days right before, like the date that they were gonna leave, like November 12th, they couldn't find Butler anywhere. This dude was like gone.
Right
before like, where the fuck is our captain?
So before they even...
Yeah, the dude disappeared. They couldn't even get a hold of him. They're like, hey, if we don't have our captain, we might as well cancel this whole shit. So the dude, he was gone. I was like, what the fuck? But the weird thing is that November 12th, right? Finn showed up at his house along with another guy, and he was wearing all black. Like some Men in Black shit. This is back in the 1700s. He showed up with a dude all black. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? So, like this other guy, Finn, he had a briefcase. Inside the briefcase, he had documents, and he took out like an ancient manuscript, and he recited. And the manuscript was like, what the manuscript said. He was like, it says, then by demand I subscribe in major importance here by desire of our lords that the doors of knowledge be closed to those who refuse to be a part of our glorious path and liberties. So they're saying like, if you're not in the club, we can't like grant you access to go outside of the lands of what we know. And like we call this like the known lands.
This is
so
you're not on the guest list, buddy.
So all this will be known as like the known lands.
Yeah.
And nobody has grant access to go out of the land that we know.
And so my question is, in order for you to gain access to that outside of the known lands, do you have to get a permission or?
Yeah, you're supposed to get permission.
Some type of clearance, kind of like air traffic control shit type thing. Or?
Yeah, and you're supposed to be like in like a group.
Oh, okay.
You know, like let's say, for example, like the Freemasons.
Some type of connect.
Yeah, you got to be like 69 degree or some shit.
I can't blame him. I wouldn't let too many regular ass humans on this existence over either. Shit might get out of hand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they're doing the right thing, I guess.
Like, so the manuscript is not letting anyone leave these lands by the demands of the lords. Is that crazy? You can't leave by the demands of these lords. So the lords that own like the land, like Earth, they said, no, you guys can't leave. Like, you're stuck here. Make the best of it.
Damn.
Like, there's...
Suck it up, buttercup.
You better say there's no more than Antarctica. Like, Antarctica is the end.
Like, this is the wall.
It's just ice. But the weird thing about Antarctica, right?
Nothing to see here, folks.
Yeah, the weird thing about Antarctica, it's like every single country, they sign like a treaty to where nobody can claim that land. Nobody owns it. But it's like heavily guarded, military. Yeah, it's like, then you would see videos of like Obama would go there, Vladimir, the North Korean guy, would go there. Like, why the fuck are they going to Antarctica if it's just ice, right?
Ain't nobody supposed to be living there. Like, there's only continent without humans.
And then why would they waste their time to go there? Like, there's something more to it that we don't know. And I have a video about Admiral Byrd where he talks about how there's more land outside of like Antarctica that people don't know.
You got a video?
Yeah, and Admiral Byrd, he's like I think he was like the youngest guy to make like admiral like at that time at the age of 40 because he did all this crazy shit. Yes. So they ranked him up like that, and then they put him on the mission to go find out why the Nazis were going to Antarctica. They said, hey, go out there, go visit Antarctica, see why the Nazis are going there.
For people who don't know, yes, the Nazis were up in Antarctica too.
Yeah. So I got a video for you guys real quick.
But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
That's a tremendous
So
challenge.
there's a lot of adventure left down at the bottom of the world.
Well, Admiral, do you hope to see that?
I do.
But yeah, even when like he investigate that place, he know that there's way more land, and it's like almost like a jungle. Like it's not even ice no more. So it's like lush forests and stuff. Like he wrote it all like in his diary and everything. It's like, dude, this place is fucking lit. Because there's actually another video where they talk about these birds that fly down to down to like Antarctica. And they say like the birds, they migrate to South Africa, right? I mean, South Antarctica, and then they would come back with babies. So they're like, okay, why would they fly?
Wait, baby birds?
Yeah, like they went there to have their kids, then they came back.
It's supposed to be colder while they going to.
So why would they migrate down where it's colder?
Yeah.
So
It's supposedly colder.
Yeah, they're like, okay, because they're wondering why these birds migrated down there, and then to me, okay, that kind of, gives some type of credit to like the story, to where it might be true that there is other land out there, other continents that's beyond that wall that we know in Antarctica, where there's actually way more land that we just don't know. Like maybe Earth is a whole lot bigger, and then they're just not telling us.
I can see the possibility of it too, just because even though we do have you can look at the map of the world or anything, and when you look at places like if you look on a map, you look at Alaska, and Alaska doesn't look so big, but Alaska is like massive as shit. So the map, I can see where sizes of locations, or when you look at a map and you see the distance between where Alaska's at and Hawaii's on the map, is actually way hell further than that. So I can see where maybe there's some spots out there that ain't catching Antarctica, man. It's and probably because it's like you have to probably go through some harsh environment, and the government, like, ain't nobody trying to calm that wall.
They're not trying to get light up.
Get shot. The government will shoot you.
All right, so like back to like their mission, right? So the day they were gonna travel, that's when Butler showed up, like the captain. He was like, "Hey, I'm here, guys. Let's do this shit." And then like William Morris is like, "Hey, where the fuck you been this whole time?" He was like, "Man, we don't got time to talk about this. Like, I have all the maps. Here's everything, like for us to navigate, like to get past the Antarctica walls and stuff." He was like, "Hey, you ready to roll, comrade?" He was like, "Copy that, let's go." Got the crew. They left that same day because he told them, like, if we don't leave that day, they're gonna stop us. When I say they, it's like the man,
the man,
or the people that worked for the man. They're gonna try to stop you because once they found out, like, hey, these guys are trying to go past the wall, they said, hey, you better go check these guys. So this is why Butler was mysteriously disappeared for like a few days, few weeks, or whatever, how long it was, because he was gone for a while, and that's why they canceled the trip. But then they ended up doing the trip on that same day. So they left, right? They left the trip like 80, 90 days into it. They finally made it to the other side. And they're like, holy shit, we finally crossed this shit. They went to like dark waters, like black water, dude.
Oh, good.
This might be antimatter. I don't know.
Jesus.
But they went through like the dark water.
Jesus.
And then when they went through the dark waters, right? They went into the other side. Everything was like all gravy, everything's all shining light and stuff. And then immediately, like right after they crossed the waters, like past the gates of like Antarctica, dude, a big ass spaceship came out of nowhere, like, right? I have a sound effects because they said it was so crazy.
Damn, I was
right? Yeah, they saw.
They gave me chills. That's War of the Worlds.
A big ass ship came out of nowhere. They're like, holy shit.
That's War of the Worlds. That's just horrifying.
They said the sound was like deafening, like what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah.
So the ship came, and then they saw the captain got out of that ship, and they told him, hold on, let me find it because I'm going ahead of my notes.
Oh, my stream just dropped on my laptop.
We're gonna pause real quick, guys. Hold on. My bad. I know it's like a little cliffhanger.
Time out. Knew he was. Oh.
What happened? Let me get the chat real quick.
Okay, so I was looking at the chat and I saw Shurshak said, wait, there was a dark water cartoon back when we were kids. I swear to God. I'm just now seeing this. I swear to God, when you said like they was going across, man, I'm tripping now. Hold on. There's this show that used to come on back in the day on TBS. It was Pirates of the Dark Water or something. And there's about these pirates that's on the ship, and there was some kind of like black entity that lived in the water, and it was people going to war with each other, but the main threat of the show was this dark creature that lived in, or something that made the water black or whatever. I don't know if it was not oil, but it's almost like a living symbiote type thing. I can't remember how it worked, but it's been so long since I've seen the cartoon. But as soon as you said them going through, the summer gate,
the dark water,
and some hit dark water territory, That's immediately what I thought of was that damn cartoon. I was like, oh shit, Pirates of the Dark Water. I swear to God. Good shit, Shell Shock.
Crossing that dark water.
But now it makes me think, like, did they know this on the cartoon when they made it back in the 90s? I got questions now.
I mean, like, but when you're making up stuff like that, being creative, you can come up with anything.
Yeah, okay.
With stuff that already exists, but you don't even know exists yet.
You don't even know.
Right? Like the Jetsons. But imagine in a world there is the Jetsons.
Dude, like this, they do have flying cars, and it's like 1999.
Yeah. They're like, oh yeah, they predict this. No, maybe like everything that we imagine is actually something real.
That's the multiverse, guys. That's it.
That's wild.
Everything, every choice, and everything we imagine.
Right. So like after that spacecraft they saw, right? Like when they saw that spacecraft,
Lord,
went like right over their head. You know, they all freaked out because they never seen nothing like this before.
I would have too.
Like big metal spacecraft. Like, what the fuck is this? Went right over their head. And then, you know, the guy came out. And then, like in a deep voice, the dude came out. He was like, "Dear visitors from the walled lands." Like walled, like you were stuck in a wall.
Okay, walled lands.
From the walled lands. Some of our men will come down and approach your boat. We will do you no harm. Please remain calm. In the most like perfect English voice. I know that wasn't perfect English voice, but he said that in the most perfect voice. And then the people in the boat like, what the fuck is this?
Could they see it or just hearing it?
They could see and hear it.
Oh.
So then when he said that, right, 3 men, they made their way onto their ships. They had like white suits on with like emblem with some type of crest, which is like, I think, some type of crest where I actually saw too, with the lion head crest.
Some masonry shit.
Yeah, I was like, because I saw like when I did a mushroom trip, I saw my family crest. How I saw it, so fucking like detailed, but it was like a I wouldn't say like lion's head, but some type of animal, kind of like an eagle, but like super high tech shit.
Okay,
that's how I saw my family crest. I was like, "Hey, I'm fucking tech shit. I'm fucking tech people.
We out here."
I was like, "Hey, I'm tech people. Like, come on, man.
What's up?
Hook me out with a GPU.
My family better than yours. My family better than yours. Yo,
we're electricity." Yeah, but back to the story. We lost like 3 people.
Yeah, sorry. Hold on.
Where was I?
So they heard the voice.
So the people, they came down on their boat, right? Like, holy shit, like we're about to get ambushed by these guys. No, but they came under the boat, then they introduced themselves, like, hey, I'm the captain, you know, I'm the captain over here. Like, you guys are cool. And then Butler, the main guy that's doing the navigating shit, he spoke for them. He said, like, he made up the story. He says, like, yeah, we were sailing around the Antarctic Circle. And then a current brought us to the other side, and then we just decided to sail right through it. So he made up a story saying like, yeah, we just sailed through the current because it's almost like they got blindsided by like some type of current. But that's a fake story. They're actually trying to get through to go to the other side. Okay. To see the other land. You know, and then he told them that, and then they said like, we are sorry that your visit doesn't seem to be welcome here. So for the long story short, they gave them like a map to get back, I guess, to the safe lands, back to their home. And then like William Morris, he was like, what is the safe land? You know? He's like, well, where you came from, that's not safe land. You know, so it's like, oh shit, like, okay, like where we came from, like, because they knew that here on Earth, we're controlled by the custodians. They made like the blueprint for like humans, how we should live, how everything, like they control everything, like our aspects, like how we work and stuff, because they implemented like the whole money system, the whole like slave system. How they used us to mine stuff, and they used us to, like help them out. But we were never ever supposed to gain enough knowledge to realize that we're being controlled. Because if that ever happens, when humans realize they were on a leash the whole time
by the custodians,
by custodians or whoever's controlling them, the whole society would break, because no one would bend the knee no more.
No, hell no. People would revolt.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like, oh yeah, like I have to do this because it's my job, and I'm doing it because it gives me money so I can maintain the lifestyle. How many people do their life just like that?
Every single human
almost
being,
100%, right?
Like I don't know somebody. I don't know anybody who doesn't.
So there's a tiny percent of people that know that exists and know that there's something more, but us living like this life, we don't know it.
This rat race.
We just know like, hey, we gotta pay our bills or whatever. We gotta do this shit. We're not even gonna like entertain the idea that there's more than Antarctica.
I don't know. We're too busy trying to survive.
Yeah, and they don't want that. Like the custodians, they want to keep us in that realm where we know there's not that much more. That's why, according to this book, that's why they're keeping us like
it's like the Matrix, like jacked in.
The people that lives like on this Earth realm, we only know like the Earth realm. We don't know like any more past Antarctica.
This is all we know.
That's all we know. That's all we were.
That's all we know is all we've ever been taught.
They capped the knowledge off too, because if you think about it, are we really that smart?
Yes and no. Yes, you can flip a coin on it.
If you think about it, like, all right, we got advanced technology, but why so much people on this earth doesn't even know anything about the technology, like how it works or anything, and they're still doing crazy stuff where you wouldn't even imagine an advanced civilization would do.
Yeah,
it's like they're doing stuff like back in like the 1700s, but the technology, everything is all advanced. But why haven't the people caught up to the advanced technology? You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to shit on people.
No, it's like,
but if you think about
why
it,
are we moving so slow with this shit? Like, as a
like the people are still, they haven't really caught up to that technology yet. They're still acting like, like.
I do believe that sometimes we could be more advanced right now in 2022.
Our technology is advanced, but if you think about it, does it match up with the humans that live here?
No.
It's almost like.
No.
It's like they don't know how advanced we are. Like, it's crazy. I can't even explain it.
Like most people.
It's like if
with the technology that we have,
it doesn't match up to like the intelligence of people.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's not matching up to the average person that exists out here.
That wouldn't even know how it works.
As a society as a whole. Yeah.
Like I will say, like more than 90% don't even know how it works.
No,
I don't even know how it works.
No,
like, but we have this advanced technology. But imagine like an alien, right? Comes from another planet and stuff. They come down like, hey, how does your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi works? It'd be like, I don't know. It's like, where'd you get all this advanced shit? Hey, collective minds. Like I don't know. Like really, like we really don't know.
We be like, they tell it. The news tell us it was made in China or something. Like whatever.
Yeah. Then, we really don't even know how. Like, so it's almost like they come to like a planet that's advanced, but the people, there's a big gap from like our knowledge and then like the advancement of our technology. Like the gap is, because you can go on the street, interview anybody how all this shit work.
Yeah, nobody gonna know.
Nobody don't know how this shit works.
I ain't gonna know. I ain't gonna know nothing.
It's so crazy. That wild, guys.
Maybe it's for the best to keep us in these walls. Do you think that we should have more? Should we be allowed to have more knowledge of it outside of these walls, or?
I think we should because they were saying like in this book, like once we know we're not on the leash no more, like how we know like humanity, we can evolve into like these ultimate like species where we know, where we're ultimate knowledge type species. We wouldn't be controlled by these guys no more. The whole system will be destroyed. Their whole whatever plan they did for a long time, they had the perfect plan how to do this shit, which it fucking worked for a long time. If we wake up to that, then we would seek out like all these shit that we've been missing out, like humanity been missing out on a lot of shit.
I feel like that's
we missed out on a lot of shit, and now we're like we're stuck in this world where it's complete chaos now. Nobody can agree on one thing.
No.
Everybody has all these wildest opinions. People don't even believe their own opinions. They trust the opinions of somebody else that has a check mark. What they call those people?
Celebrities.
Those check mark, those blue people.
Blue people.
The blue check mark people.
I think you can see. I think as a whole, you can see that. You can see that as a whole in every aspect of humanity on why we're not moving forward on anything, even discussion of race and all that stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's too many distractions, and if we could get everybody to focus on a singular thing, you could really make a huge fucking difference. Thing is, though, we just too many people got too much shit going on to focus on every problem. But most people want to focus on their problems, and it's I don't know.
Yeah, but I
we
see
need
a lot
to come
of people
together.
focus on stuff that's not even their problems, and I'm like, how are you focusing on something that's
why
not
are you mad at this?
like that's like 5,000 miles away. Like, why are you mad at that? Like,
I saw somebody get mad yesterday or the day before. Somebody on Facebook got mad about something stupid. I think it was about like marijuana or something. And then they guys got dragged for it. They were like, man, what year do you think this is? Like, why are you still browbeating people that smoke marijuana and shit? Like, why get off that? Like, why? There's some people that won't let go of shit, of the little shit. We got a whole world. We got a whole world to look at.
I gotta take a leak real quick, but when we come back, I'm gonna talk about when they actually made it through the walls, and then they actually saw the cities over there.
Oh,
and it's crazy.
Was it people?
You're back, yeah.
Oh, let's get it.
All right, we're back, guys. All right, so they when they actually like allowed them to go like through the gates and stuff, I wouldn't call it gates, but when they actually saw like the other continents on that land, they said this shit was all like illuminated by like light they couldn't even see. It was like everything was lit up, but you couldn't see a light bulb. Like the whole city was lit up. Like
is it coming from the sky and beaming down, or was it like
it was just there?
Bright. It was
like
just
the
bright.
light was just there.
The shit was just bright.
It was almost like some artificial shit that you cannot see. And this is like what caught my attention with this, right? I heard a story about with the Egyptians. They said like there were some areas where it was lit up, but they didn't know where the light came from. But the whole area was lit up.
But it's like there's a light. We have light, but there's no source.
Yeah, but I was like, they're looking like, where's this light coming from? Like, there's no light bulb, no fluorescent light bulb, no nothing. Like, where is this light coming from? So it's like when they came across like this city, it was lit up like that. And this is like way back then, 1800, 1700. So they're like, what the fuck is all this? Then they saw like spaceships. They call it like blue steel ships, some shit like that.
Okay.
You know, floating in the sky. And they're like, holy shit, like we fucking made it to like some places so damn advanced. Should we even be there? Like be here? Like this is really on the other side. Like we missed out on all this.
And this is about authorization or nothing. This is just like
they welcomed them to the land.
That's right. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Because like I said, like this place was the ancestral place.
Look at this.
Right down here, right when they got to these south walls, they hit this area right here.
Okay, that's where we're at, the Ancestral Republic.
Yeah.
The Ark.
So the story with the Ancestral Republic was that in the past wars, where they had wars, right, our ancestors, they navigated to this place, and this is where they ended up at. It's like they escaped like the war out here in our world, and they went to this place right here. So our ancestors are all over here,
just chilling
out there, just doing their thing with these spaceships and shit.
So our ancestors escaped, and then the rest of us just stayed behind, and
we stayed behind.
Why? What's so awesome? What's so great about this place?
No, it's not like we want to, but
oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
the custodians
right.
they kept us here like for a reason.
That's right.
You know, we're doing like
we're stuck.
Yeah, we're doing like whatever they want us to do. Like, hey, do we need more gold? Yes, we do need more gold, because like Nibiru or the Anunnakis, right? The story is that they came down here to mine gold, and they used like humans as slaves to mine gold because they needed it for their environment. Because they say, hey, because like gold is like
it's just
a wild ass conductor, and also it reflects like light and stuff. So I guess they needed it for their environment, so they wouldn't be all crusted with chapped lips.
It's more it's more useful than just like I guess how we as people, as humans see it is like gold, like money. That's the first thing we think of, but it's more than that.
But it's actually like it's valuable to like
it's a
the
tool.
Anunnakis. Yeah,
it's an actual tool for them.
Speaking of the Anunnakis, right? I know you guys know about the Anunnakis if you guys follow the show. Mm-hmm. So the Anunnakis, according to like this book and a lot of stuff that we know, they are considered like the sun gods. Like they are the ones that put the pyramids here, like on this earth. Mm-hmm. The reason for these pyramids are for like a power source. They use it like as a power source for power, apparently. And then these Anunnakis, they travel between different planets. They put the pyramids almost like you're pissing on a pole. Like, this is my place.
Oh, you're just marking your territory.
Marking your territory.
There you go.
Like they were known as the colonizers.
This is my land. It's like putting a flag on the moon. Like,
same with the custodians. The custodians, the one here on Earth, they made contract with the Anunnakis. The custodians were here before them, and they made like a contract with the Anunnakis. Anunnakis, they put their pyramids here on Earth, with the power source and everything. And they said, hey, you're allowed to control this land for a so amount of years. Okay. And what's crazy about this, right? When I read this story, I retracted all this information with my own real trip that I had on a psychedelic, where I saw the Earth and I saw the people who did all the pyramids. At this time, I don't know who they are. I was like, okay,
before all this,
I was like, okay, somebody controls whoever has the pyramids controls like the Earth and stuff. And what I was told, they had a contract with this Earth where they can control this Earth for a soul, like whatever amount of years. And I saw that in a psychedelic trip, which was crazy as fuck. It's before I knew all this information. So when I read that, I was like, holy shit. So the treaty, familiar. Like the treaty they made, like the Anunnakis made a treaty, like with the custodians, some type of weird contract where somebody owns something. And I saw that in a trip. And I was like, okay, so my trip is based on what they did in the past. So like our knowledge only goes back to where, the Egyptians or whatever Egyptian gods, where they made like a pact. Where I'm thinking, and the only way we can know about it, you just got to trip out.
Don't believe the books.
But it only stretch out so far because we're still on this earth. But imagine eating like a psychedelic on another planet.
What do you
and learn their history?
Yeah, what do you just...
That's all. I was like, okay, like anybody that's from another planet, they come here to eat a psychedelic here.
And they learn everything.
They learn all the history. It's like that. It's like you just gained all the knowledge from this earth. Because that's all I saw. I saw all that Egyptian shit. I saw, the god of Thoth with the bird head. And then I saw the contracts being written out. Even in the Constitution, that shit, like they made a pact like with like the U.S. Constitution where some shit with the Egyptians. Like they made some type of contract. And I think it's real, dude.
Holding it down, man, with that contract. That's how we stuck in
that shit. That shit is crazy.
Damn. So the key for us to get free, we got to short a contract. we gotta stop this.
We gotta let go of this shit. But that's not gonna happen.
No, I think there's a reason why they put that wall around us too. They dropped that shit right around us.
Because if you think about it, right, like you get super rich, you see in every country. Your next move, like, hey, what's on that other side? No, like, is there's Antarctica that really end right there?
Say like if you got money right now, it's like space is like as time goes on, traveling to space. I think more and more people are starting to realize that, hey, space might be a pipe dream for us, but now more and more people are starting to realize like, hey, multiverse, the other dimensions, like this space shit is old hat stuff now. This is becoming a thing of the past now, folks. I don't know if anybody's realized this, but
I'm glad you brought that up because
pushing past.
Let me like skip my notes a little bit. But they were saying like this dome that we live in is actually like a dome membrane, and then they're saying like it's invisible to our eyes, but they say some entities here they can actually see like the dome, like kind of like let's say you can see like ozone layer. You can see like where we are blocked off at. Then they're saying in this book, they're saying there is 178 different dome lands that's in like a membrane. Don't think of it like flat anything. It's like think of it as like a membrane. and every like planet or whatever dome, country, whatever planet, that holds a lot of land. Like think of it as like just like a membrane. Because I have a video, right? Yeah, kind of like for an event. But let me just show you a video where like, the famous scientist, what's his name? Dr. Michio Kaku, Japanese guy. Listen to what this guy say. Like, yeah. Pay attention to what this guy say.
We think that there is a higher theory called M theory that exists in 11 dimensions where we have strings and membranes that pulsate. And we now believe that our universe is nothing but a tiny bubble, a bubble floating in a much larger hyperspace. In other words, cosmologists don't really believe in a universe anymore. We believe in a multiverse, a megaverse of bubbles that are constantly springing into existence, expanding like in a Big Bang. So in other words, our universe may coexist in an ocean of other universes. Now, 10 years ago, this notion was considered bizarre, science fiction. Not anymore. In the last 5 years, the data is almost conclusive. We have something called inflation. The fact that the universe expanded in many stages, one an extremely rapid stage of expansion. The only way to explain this rapid expansion is to assume that our universe is a bubble, coexisting with other bubbles in a multiverse, in a megaverse of universes.
A bubble with other universes.
A bubble.
Like we're in an ocean of this shit, just like how this map is created. Like we're in a bubble with other universes, dude. In like an ocean.
Yeah,
is that crazy?
Yeah, because this is a map I've seen before, and it doesn't really go so much in this direction, but I have seen a map before.
Yo, that's Planet X. Let's go.
Hey yo, I just heard about something about Planet X recently too. I can't remember what it was though, but I did hear something about that recently. Yeah, that's kind of like leaning into like with the scientific, with how scientists view this too. I saw like a scale before. It was like, hey, this is Earth. Our sun is called Sol, S-O-L. This is like the Sol galaxy right here. I mean, Sol galaxy. This is like the Sol star system, and then you back up, it's like the Milky Way, and then you back up, and then it's like Andromeda and the Milky Way galaxy. And all this other stuff, and you back up some more. But every time you keep backing up, it's like, but by the time you get to the end of it, you see all these universes that exist, and that's what this reminds me of.
Yeah,
I'm like, holy shit, this is.
What about this universe right here?
Babcock.
Ooh, Babcock.
Whoa.
Pollux.
All right. Castor.
Hey, that girl from Henna.
Toxic lands. That's the lands of evil exes, probably. The toxic lands. Oh my god.
The guy from like Dubai and shit. Straight oil.
You can't pay me.
That's why it's that color.
The deepest ocean. Gorgona.
Quarter.
Quarter. Yeah.
Nucleus 273.
Oh, that sounds horrifying. That looks like no. What is that?
It's like a science experiment that went wrong, and they had to fucking send that to the outside walls.
Miru.
Perse. That's that new purse.
So many worlds.
Yeah, so many. It's crazy. The Dome Ocean.
What is that?
Zero A. Land of the Cyclops.
Land of the Cyclops. Oh my god.
Land of Vega.
Did they have like a land of Bigfoot?
What is this land called?
Land of Saturn. Dione?
You know what's crazy?
Geppetto?
You pronounce it as Saturn, right?
Saturn, yeah.
You know what's wild? That links up to this story because how you pronounce it.
Right.
And I'm glad you pronounce it like that. Because they're saying like the people that live on Saturn, they call them Saturns. And you're the only person that ever pronounced it like that.
Saturn?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because you keep saying it like that. And I was like, you're saying it wrong.
How's it supposed to be said?
It's just Saturn.
Saturn.
Yeah, you still do it.
Wait, how'd
Saturn.
you say it?
It's just Saturn.
Saturn.
Yeah, you're...
I don't know what's happening.
You're saying Saturn.
That's wrong?
The hell is that?
What is it called?
No, like, look. Like, here's the... crazy part of it. You say it like that, right? But it's pronounced like how you say it. Like the people that actually live there.
So the people that actually
according to the story that I was reading, so like they call them Saturn. The people that live there. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, Chris was saying it the whole time like that, the whole time. Like naturally, he didn't even know he was saying it. So this is what made me think like, are you one of the Saturn people?
I don't know.
Because that's the crazy part. Like you don't know.
The coolest. Like, I think it's the coolest.
Because you're not faking it. You're just saying how you say it.
That's how I say it. I think it's the coolest planet though.
Yes. Yeah, this is your people.
It's my favorite planet.
You know what's crazy about it though? What they say about this planet is like it's actually like really tall people.
Oh, I'm sure. That's
like LeBron James like type shit.
See, I'm sure. So that must be. But my dad's tall though, so maybe
that's why it affected you
like,
the most.
I'm like half and half.
That's why like it stuck with you. Like, hey, like you're born in like this planet, right? And you're supposed to be the tall guy, but you're not the tall guy.
Maybe I got kicked out of Saturn because I was short.
Yeah, like
it's like, oh man, it stuck with you
because you're the only person that I know that say it like that.
I thought everybody said it like that. This is new to me. I'm shocked.
Yeah, Saturn's wild.
Damn, now I gotta find this place.
Yeah, Bob. She read the book too.
Hyperion.
She said she was disappointed, but
says disappointed.
Yeah, because the book has a lot of gaps. Like, because I'm reading like the book I'm telling you about now is like the father, but the book that I sent her was the book of the daughter of the father. Like the daughter that was born on the other side, but she came like to this side to tell the story about everything.
Okay.
Like it's almost like she was trying to blow the lid off on all the shit because her father died. The dude William Morris, the guy I was telling you, like they went through all that shit. They went through the whole.
How do you want him dying? His old age? Or?
I didn't finish it, but I'm not sure how he died. But
to be continued.
No, he actually died like in the war. Because here's what happened. Like when they all got over there to the ancestral republic, right? The people like in that land try to come back like to Earthland and then fight their way through to deliver the message. And they all got killed. It's like they don't want them to come over here trying to ruin what they built here on Earth.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like we over here like fucking trying to build Microsoft up, but then all these 14,000 people from the other land trying to come over here to destroy everything.
Yeah,
no.
Everything up.
Here's where the custodians fucked up. Like, this is what they were saying where they fucked up. Is because they gave technology to the humans where they weren't trying to give them this technology, but the only reason why they gave them this technology was to fight off the outsiders from entering the land. So if you think about it, if people came into this land, they need that type of weapon, military power to fight off of these people from the outside. So they block people from coming into like this Earth land with military power, and they gave them all this military equipment, technology, and everything to fight off those people. But then it kind of like backfired because
we start using ourselves.
If you fast forward to today, it's almost like, all right, this shit did backfire because it's like a pushback now. To where now, like we do the pushback, now the government, they can't really, when shit hits the wall, the government, they can't answer for some shit like, hey, could you answer for this? They can't.
I don't know.
It's a lot of like shit now to where they cannot answer for. To where it doesn't make sense no more. To where the people are like, hey, your money system, your whole Federal Reserve shit, that's trash. It's garbage.
It's just broke.
So they're like, all right. It almost is like egg on their face because they should have never gave us like that type of technology in the beginning because it evolved into
we're like that embarrassing
what it is now.
We're like that embarrassing that child that's like you're like your proud parent, like you're a parent, but you're like, oh, I got a child that's a fuck up. I'm like,
yeah,
we can't get our shit together.
But if you think about it, it might be like the setup for like another reset because they talk about in this book how they had all these resets. Every time they had a reset, what I'm saying like reset is like end of the world type shit, Like, okay, like the last reset was like the Great Flood of Noah. Okay. Was that the last one? Everybody drowned and shit?
I mean, I don't know. It depends on where, like...
Okay, let's use that for example.
Yeah, we'll go with that for example.
So, okay, so that was like the last reset, for example. Everybody died and stuff. they said after every reset, they build the security a whole lot stronger. So for every reset, they build like
security gets beefed up.
Yeah, security gets beefed up, and then it's harder for information to get out because they don't want this information to get out to like the other lands and stuff to where they actually come in.
Hell
you know, because
no.
like there's like another story about like with giants and stuff, because the giants have a lot of information, but I didn't like really get deep into that because the story, it gets so deep. I can't even explain it all in one podcast.
With the giants?
Yeah, with the giants.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the giants, they know a lot of shit too.
I always wondered with giants if they were real outside of this. Just now you bringing it up, if we're somehow still related to them or something, or are they completely different from us?
Yeah, think about like if you ever watch a Game of Thrones, where they had that connection with the giants and the humans, where they fought against the other side, and they were on the other wall. There's like a wall in the show.
Yeah. I've never seen the show, but I know enough about the show where I feel like I've seen it.
Yeah, there was like
they got
a wall that they were trying to protect the whole time, and then the giants were on the side of the humans, and then the other people from the other side was trying to come in and shit. Dude, that episode was so fucking hype, so lit. Like I was running around the house because I was so hyped because it was so fucking good.
I remember a little bit.
That was that one scene.
What?
Yeah, that super hype scene when they were just everybody was ready to die, even the bad guy. Like you were ready to die. I was like, holy shit,
this is gonna be it.
That's why I was like, there's never gonna be a show like this
ever again.
It's so good, man.
Ever again. I need to watch it now that the hype is all done and over with, because I watched the first season. I was like,
dude, watch it with somebody you like, because it makes it more fun.
Okay, I get, because I don't know if I could get through it solo, but when I got to the first season, I was like, it was alright. But then everybody tells me you should have kept going. I'm like, I just watched the whole season. I don't.
Yeah, once you get past like 2, 3, 4 seasons.
So that's why I gotta watch if I do it again, I'm gonna watch the first season over again. I need to have
once you get past 2, 3, like you're part of the family now. Because
I read the first book, but I didn't even finish it either. But I remember when I first read it, my favorite character was Jon Snow, because they showed like, he got the albino. I didn't know he was gonna be a main guy like that because I never finished the book. But I remember they showed like in the very beginning of the book how he got the albino wolf. I was like, oh, that's the homie. I was like, I like him. He's my favorite. He gets treated like shit. So I didn't know he was gonna be this big. I had no idea.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, like, when I first started watching it, it took me like 4 times to get into it. Yeah. Because I would watch it, right? Get through like first few episodes, like, man, this shit's trash. It's like hype. I was like hype for no reason.
Man, they just shoved the kid out the window. What the fuck? And
then I heard about it again. I was like, all right, I'll watch it again. Trash again.
The hype is real.
Man, this shit's trash. Get out of here. Then like I heard like podcasts are talking about. I was like, all right, I'm just watch.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. Podcasts is really good at getting people to watch shit. That's how I watch most of my stuff.
Because like they were saying some shit like, yeah, I was at Disneyland like with my child and shit. But you know, Games of Thrones episode was so and so came out on that same day. You know, I let my kid do his thing at Disneyland, and then I was out here on my iPad watching, you know, Games of Thrones.
You're like, fuck everybody. Fuck the world.
Fuck that kid. I have to watch this episode. I was like,
hope nobody takes them.
I was like, damn, that shit is that serious?
It's like, damn, I gotta see this now.
So that's when I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just watch it. And then when I watched it, I was like, okay, I get it.
I get why he would let his kid get in there. I get it.
Yeah, I get why it's like a worldwide phenomenon. Because it almost like it hits every country, dude. Like that.
Oh, it touched everything. It's not to discuss.
It's just good. It's just so good.
Do you know what that remind me of too?
But the end is so bad, dude. That's why like a lot of people like they're trying to kill people.
I did hear about that. I did. I heard that ending.
It
reminded me of another show I never watched, and I've always wanted to, but I didn't because I thought it was too hyped up.
Stargate.
Lost. There's another show where
that's good.
Well, I've always wanted to watch, but then I heard how it ended. And I'm like, so why would I want to watch it from the beginning now? Since I know
it's good because I told Bob about that, and she binged the whole shit. And then
I heard the show was amazing.
I guess she was disappointed at the end. Yeah, anybody would.
That show was like, I remember that show was mad hype back when it first. Lost was big
because it was still like every episode was like a mystery. They keep you on their toes, man.
Like, and I never watched it, but I know I always heard about like a black smoke demon on the island, and
they
then
keep you on your toes. Bob said Lost is good. Yeah, it's good. It's just like the later seasons. It's kind of rough.
Katie Long says, I've never seen Lost either. Yeah, I've always wanted to, but I remember back at the time, I was like, this is too hyped. I'm going to wait till it ends, and then I'll watch it. But then people couldn't shut up about the ending, and when I heard it, I was like, oh, I don't want to watch it now. And
that's how it was with... Like, towards the end, spoiler a little bit, I thought it was kind of like Atlantis hiding. Like a sacred place, but nobody even knew where it was.
Oh, because it was like off the grid island type.
Well, not like just off the grid, but different realities.
John, I won't say anything without spoiling, but
like our scientists were saying.
We think that there is a higher theory called M theory that exists in 11 dimensions.
11
dimensions where we have strings and membranes that pulsate. And we know...
Yeah, like...
That man is legit, too. I love that guy. I've been watching that man for probably since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
This dude he's good.
They're all coming to the same point, right? To where they're saying our realities could be like all in like bubbles, like on like a sea, you know, or all our universes all in the sea.
Yeah, with other universes.
Just like bloop, like just bouncing off of each other.
This is definitely... no matter how you want to flip it or twist this and say like, man, this is kind of like fantasy. The same... when I see this, it's the concept is still remains of multiverse. Like, no matter how you want to flip it or twist it.
It's still like a multiverse. Yeah. Because if you look at this, like the outside of the wall, right? Another ice wall. This is the place, the unknown zone, like what they said. Because even like in the book, they said like from all the stories, like they only know like there's, according to what they know, is only 178 like different planets or like bubbles, and they don't know what's on the outside. They said the custodians, the ones that rule like our Earth. These guys right here. Yeah. You know why it's all black? Because they have no sun. So the custodians are black people. I'm just playing. But
that would be pale. That would be so pale.
But yeah,
black custodian. You know what?
Man, I sidetracked myself because I don't even know what I was going through. I don't even know what I was gonna say.
No, okay. So we talking about the outside wall. What I was thinking.
Okay. Oh yeah. Outside wall, right? Yeah. They don't know what's on the outside wall. So the custodians, the guys that rule our shit. They've been trying to break through like this wall, and there's like a place called like the Celestial something, which is like the main place where nobody ever even. They couldn't go through there because every time they try to go through there, they all burned up.
Oh, they die when they try to get to the.
They all like diminish, like their body. They couldn't even go through the Celestial zone because they're thinking like this is the ultimate zone to where they can reach. Knowledge. Yeah, to where they can reach to their other zone because you know, like look at all these lands, right? Like Earth is big, right?
It's cool.
Yeah, it's big. But then, like, let's say like you have all this technology, and then you start like going to all these other places, and then you started getting all this technology from these different places. You know, everybody has their own shit. You know, Babcock, they might have the ultimate vibrator.
Yeah.
You know, but let's say you get bored, right? Let's say like you're like the custodians or the Anunnakis. You already went through all these places, but your ultimate goal is to see what else is outside of this little circle.
This fucking bubble we're in.
Huge circle. They call it like the Great Dome.
Okay.
You know, like let's say like this is just one galaxy.
This is. I was out. Also one galaxy. I was thinking like one universe. Shit.
Yeah, like one. Yeah, let's say like one universe. You know.
Because I always kind of see like how it is when you see like the more scientific side of it, where we're at. The known lands will be, I don't know, like our galaxy, some other galaxies mushed in together type thing. Because even scientists talk about how one day our galaxy and other galaxies are eventually going to like smash into each other. Yeah, like us and with the
this is where the Mandela effect comes in.
Andromeda, I think so.
Because there is actually like a planet on here called like Clone Earth.
Where?
Right here, second Earth clone.
What?
So it's like
I've heard of something like this too.
America 2, but it might be like America 1. You know?
Like the OG one?
Yeah, like the one that we know where like Luke says, "Luke, I am your father."
Oh,
the original Star Wars. Yeah.
No, I
guess this is where CERN comes in, where they try to fuck all that shit up.
We're trying to escape because we stuck with a
mixed realities.
Now if this story holds true that we are stuck in here because of a contract, what if CERN is one of the things? Is like, hey, we can't be stuck here. We got to escape. Maybe they might know like this whole reality is about to be torn apart or destroyed. We need to find. We basically this is like, I feel like now hearing more about this, that these hadron colliders did. It's like the spoon they're trying to use to dig a hole out of a prison. Like, we gotta get out this prison.
They're trying to escape.
All we have is a spoon. All we have is a fucking spoon.
Yeah, that's why they're sending all these signals out of space. It's like they're almost trying to find like their people.
Look, man.
Like, let's say they are like trapped like in a cage, right? You know, because we're so far away, you know, from everything else. Like, let's say, you know, like when the humanity got destroyed, right? You know, they do the resets. You know, technology starts all over. So they built their way all the way up to like this point where it's so advanced, where they can send out actual signals out into space to try to get contact with
something,
with their home people, their homeland people, because they can't find them. Because let's say like they got fucked up, right? They got kidnapped or whatever. Like, oh, fuck that. We're going to put you on a low vibrational planet, Earth. They're never going to find you there. Here's one story that I heard. They call like the blue people that came to our planet Earth, right? So these blue people, really advanced beings, right? They're being chased across the cosmics and stuff because they had like this power source, like let's say it's like a cube, like the Tesseract, right? Yeah. So they had like the technology of this cube, which holds the power of stars, energies of stars. Like it's all compressed into this one cube.
Okay.
So they were being chased across the cosmics. They said like, what's the best place we can hide this energy source? The blue people said, let's go to Earth with these little silly dinosaurs. Came to Earth, you saw the dinosaurs. They said, all right, this is the perfect place where we can hide this cube energy source. Hid that shit on Earth. They're like, cool, we're gonna bounce. So like the rumor is like Earth is like this hot spot for like this energy source. You know, like they have the energy source that can, you know, harness the power of stars and stuff. So this is when they get a lot of people from the outside realms and stuff to come to Earth for no reason, because they just have an idea of where they hid that power source. So this comes down to like the pyramids. How like in a lot of stories they're saying the pyramids are like it's like an energy generator power source. It holds like the power. But what I read in this story is saying that energy source was like sucked out, whatever, somebody who got that power, and then they abandoned that shit. This is why you see like how Egypt right now, if you look at the pyramids, that shit look fucking janky. It looked ghetto, right?
Oh, they look horrible, man.
Yeah.
If anybody don't believe me, look on Google Maps, Google Earth. Yeah. Look that shit up.
It's like, yeah, they built it. It looks cool and shit, but the energy source is not there no more.
I was like, if you look at the pyramids now, at least from how big them blocks were supposed to be, you look at it now, it's like they're using street bricks, like how us normal plebes used to build brick houses and shit. Like,
yeah, it looks
like regular bricks to me when I see it. I don't know. That's some are big as shit, but some I've seen.
It's still like big bricks. It's just the main source, the power of the pyramids is gone.
They moved it somewhere else.
Yeah, like the whole shit. Somebody got that shit.
Somebody jacked it.
They stole it.
I hope it's somebody that's trying to save us. I hope it's somebody trying to save us or something.
But yeah, like there's so many stories like behind the pyramids, who built it, whatever and stuff. Like, yeah, black people built it. Oh no, aliens built it. Oh no, it was like a combined
effort.
It was a team effort
from the outside. From the outside.
Like we don't know, but for sure, I think the main thing with the pyramid, it was like a power source, because I saw that too. Like when I was tripping. When I was like, because I was like, the only shit I was asking, it was like, tell me the truth about the pyramids. I kept saying that, and if they showed me, they sucked me down to the pyramids, and I saw this power source like a fucking cube, right? Power source cube blocked off by like some railings, but people can see it, visit it like a museum. I was like, oh, but it's not there no more. It's like a museum. You're looking at something that's not even there no more.
Who's the main suspect? I'm going with the custodians.
The damn custodians. They're cleaning up. They're sweeping up. They're going up to all these different planets, just sweeping up. Damn custodians, man.
Number one suspect.
But yeah, custodians, Anunnakis, they're the one that are doing all the pyramids. They're the one that put the pyramids on different planets.
They got deals going on.
That's why you see pyramids on like Mars. It's like, no, we've never seen pyramids on Mars. No, they they had a control over Mars before Mars was destroyed. Bob says because everywhere they went, they built a pyramid. Yep.
It's like
Yeah, that's like their mark. They left their mark. It's like a dog on a pole.
Like planting your flag. Like,
yeah,
this is my land.
It's to show other people, like, hey, like these guys are here. Don't fuck with it.
This is
oh shit, that's the god of Ra.
It's like if you
the sun god has this planet.
It's like when people tag and like and try to tag it for like gang territory. Like, oh, you're in so and so area now. This is
Crip gang.
Yeah, be careful. You ain't on your regular side of town anymore. So
yeah, like
you probably like that.
You fly to a planet, you see a pyramid, like, hey.
Oh shit.
You might want to take a different route. Oh, Swayboo.
They were like, oh shit, they here too. Damn, they're everywhere.
Yeah, that's why when they come to Earth, they see all these pyramids like all across the land. It's like, damn, they got pyramids everywhere. Like, everywhere. Like, damn, like
they even built one in Vegas, and it's not even. That's just for a fucking show.
That's when they're like, are the people okay?
Are they good?
Let's not find out. Let's go before we get fucking fucked up. You know, because
I don't want to be in this neighborhood too long.
Yeah, because there's like security that. You know, there's like surveilling, like, I guess the ozone layer, you know, like where you cannot come in. The moon is like that base, the headquarters, where they can see all that shit, where they can see what comes in, what comes out. You know, because why is that moon so fucking weird? Why does it act so weird? Why can we only see one side of the moon?
With all its scars. We see the scarred side.
We only see one side.
Yeah,
so many questions, man.
So many questions. Is it made of cheese?
Shell Shock says they have one in Memphis and they sell fishing poles out of it.
They have what in Memphis?
Somewhere where they sell fishing poles? I'm lost. What we got on time?
7:51. 48.
But yeah, like that's like most of the story. I can't even get into the second book because it's just gonna be too much. But the second book would be, I talk about like the daughter that was born on the other side.
Oh, that's the shit I wanted to hear, honestly. Yeah. That was the main one.
From William Morris. You know the guy, William Morris, I was telling you guys earlier. They set sail, and then he went to the other side, and then he impregnated somebody on the other side. And then the daughter was born on that side, and then she came over to our side to tell the whole story of everything that happened.
See, that was the main one I was hooked on. That was
that was like the first story that I got. But I was like, if I told that story, you guys would be confused.
Yeah, okay. So this might have to be a part 2, folks.
Because that's the one that Bob read. She read that book with the daughter that came.
And she never read
She didn't read the Navigator book. Yeah.
Bob, why? You should have started from episode 1.
I sent her that book through email because you had to buy it.
Okay.
And the book is hard to get. Like, this book, for some reason, like to get it digitally, you have to go to some fucking crazy Spanish website.
Oh God, man!
And I was like so curious, like fuck.
I've had to buy shit like that before. I'm like, why am I jumping through all these hoops?
Yeah, I was like, why is it so? I was like, it's so difficult to get the book, but I ended up getting like the book, and then I got the other book. But they have like the real version you could buy on Amazon, but it was gonna take too long. Damn. I couldn't wait.
I need it now. I got till Tuesday.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it about that because I got to pee so bad.
That was interesting, man. I want to hear part 2 now with the chick.
Yeah, we can do like part 2 next week where the girl, she travels to America and then she tells her whole story and she tells every little detail about all these planets. Okay. Like Saturn, Mars, the Palladians.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about the Palladians, dude?
I've seen that before too.
If you guys don't know about the Palladians, there's like this high race where they, from what I heard, they don't really like us, but they're really like they really want to help us like spiritually, to advance spiritually. And why I know this, they've been on my feed on YouTube, right? Every fucking day they're on my YouTube feed, like dropping some bombs and shit, knowledge, like, hey, if you guys want to advance to this blah blah blah, like for example, you know, like trying to get you to a higher vibration, they sent me all these videos on YouTube all the time, and they're consistent with it. And I was like,
on top of
and it sounds real. Like a lot of the messages they're saying, it sounds like legit. I was like, damn, this shit want to make me change my life
These
and
people
shit.
legit. Shit.
I was like, damn, like, all right, like I won't make that move no more. Like,
I get it.
yeah. Then I read the stories like in this book. They're saying like the Palladians, they're advanced souls. Like here, they help us advance spiritually because they want us to advance spiritually. Because this is what like the bad guys realize. Like if we can do that, then they have no more control now. If humanity can advance spiritually, then they cannot have control. They cannot put the leash on us no more. Because if you know the truth, then we won't be living like a society where we feel like we're stuck, where we have to obey by like their laws.
We gotta think bigger than just this bubble.
Yeah, this fucking like
you can actually put this
fucking pop that bubble.
I'm listening to you talking about this. I'm like, yo, this could be like a this should be like a new wave religion. I guess I don't know. It's just kind of brought up people's minds more about. It's more than just this damn planet and this galaxy and this damn universe.
It's crazy how like their messages came across all the way to us to where we can talk about it.
Yeah.
So then like whoever listened to us, it creates like more ripple waves.
Effect, man.
Yeah, so the waves we're putting out the wave to where we're getting the information and we're sending the waves out.
So if you're cutting your grass right now, listening to us, stop the lawnmower, take a break, go get some water, and then let's look it up a little for a second. Just like
spread the information, let everybody know.
Because honestly, this like what we talked about in this episode, I've been hearing a lot of people more and more. Like, at least like I'm not talking about like every single person I know, but I've been hearing more people speak more on this stuff about realities and this stuff than I've ever heard in my life, ever. People are really talking about there's different lands out there, and
yeah, people are now becoming, the word woke. I know that's corny now, but a lot of people they're waking up to like more of the knowledge where it will be looked down on. Mm-hmm. They're taking that knowledge and they're actually embracing it and spreading their information.
And more and more people's, I think more and more people's imaginations are starting to expand too. I feel like at one time space was a hard thing for people to comprehend, and now
it's still hard.
It's still difficult. I go like this shit's space is bonkers. But I do think with this multi-dimensional stuff, I'm seeing a wave, man. I don't know if it's because of Disney, Marvel, or whatever the hell they did, but
I think they're helping.
Yeah, more people are like, hey man, this is travel to a whole nother reality where I can see myself or see another world. But it's not space. It's probably space is a prison and stuff too. That place is a mess. So this might be the only chance to leave. Yeah, if we leave this world, it would have to be this way. I can't see outer space. I don't think is a viable plan for us anymore. I really don't. I think there's so much evidence to prove that it's less life out there than there's more. At least as far as what we have as technology wise that we know how to use, it's too far for us to get anywhere. So let's just try to figure out an alternative solution: the multiverse.
Yeah, we gotta break out this bubble, man. And they're saying like a lot of the advanced people like back then they were using like wormholes to where they can fast travel to like other bubbles, but through like wormholes.
Skip that shit.
Go through all that dark matter, space, going quotations,
space,
go into that space and like do like a wormhole.
Yeah, just open up.
And they've been doing that, and it's just hard to believe right now because it's still like science fiction. Like it's only stuff you see on TV.
Oh, yeah.
But like in ancient texts, when they talk about stuff like that, like what the fuck are they talking about?
That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, then you fast forward to today, and then they put it in like the TV shows.
You like, oh, they're kind of like feeding this shit to us. Like, okay,
like the 100s.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
100. It almost
that show never got enough credit. I'll be the first one to.
I think that show might be like underrated.
Yeah, I think a lot of people didn't give it a chance. I think because it was on the CW, and I'm like, nah, this show is this is one of the smarter shows, honestly.
Because the show like fast forward like the show, it went from like highly advanced to like lowly advanced to where they understand everything in the middle, and then it became like highly advanced. Like they know where they came from.
Yeah.
Because like let's say like you're an advanced race, right? You go to a planet, but the planet everybody is over there is like fucking primates and shit.
Yeah.
But they're actually like your ancestors.
Yeah.
But you don't even know that. You don't even know like they were there like, after where you you thought you were like better than them, but you're actually like the people that was there.
Like that. This is where you came from, and now you're treating these people like this.
Yeah, but then they actually end up be like one of the most advanced race because the way they did the transfer of like information like through people, it was like some godlike shit to where they're like the advanced people's like, hey, this shit doesn't even. This is not normal shit.
I don't know.
So
man.
it goes in between realities, and it just breaks like everybody's like belief and stuff. But we gotta stop this episode because I gotta pee so bad.
Me too.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode of Antarctica.
Yeah. Love you guys. Thank you.
We might do the other part next week.
Yeah, if you want to take a break, I can do something next week too if you want or whatever.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll play right here.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Love
Adios.
See you.